Welcome to Beyond the Hype. After watching this video, you'll be able to describe facts about big data, describe the key sources of big data, explain different types of big data, describe the contribution of cloud computing in big data. So, why is everyone talking about big data? More data has been created in the past 2 years than in the entire previous history of humankind. There is a 40% projected growth in global data generated per year. By 2026, the amount of digital data created will exceed twice the amount of data created since the advent of digital storage. The chart on the right shows the growth in global data in zettabytes. There are 3 major sources of big data. Social data comes from the likes, tweets and retweets, comments, video uploads, and general media that are uploaded and shared via the world's favorite social media platforms. Machine-generated data and business-generated data are data that organizations generate within their own operations. Machine data is defined as information which is generated by Internet of Things, IoT, sensors-equipped industrial equipment that are installed in machinery, and even weblogs that track user behavior. Transactional data is generated from all the daily transactions that take place both online and offline, such as invoices, payment orders, storage records, delivery receipts. Big data comes in 3 types: structured, semi-structured, and unstructured data. Structured data is data that is organized, labeled, and has a predefined data model that conforms to a tabular format. Common examples of structured data includes names, dates, addresses, and credit card numbers. Unstructured data is said to make up about 80% of data in the world and does not conform to any predetermined format. It includes images, audio or video files, sensor data from IoT devices, text messages, and social media posts. Semi-structured data includes components of both structured and unstructured data in that it is mostly unstructured, but includes some metadata that identifies certain characteristics. Emails fall into the category of semi-structured data because while the content in an email is usually unstructured, there are several characteristics such as the email addresses, subject line, logo images, and URLs that can be pulled into structured tables. Some sources of structured big data are relational databases and spreadsheets. With this type of structure, we know how data is related to other data, what the data means, and the data is easy to query using a programming language like SQL. Some sources of semi-structured big data are XML and JSON files. These sources use tags or other markers to enforce hierarchies of records and fields within data. Currently, there is an explosion of data coming from Internet activity, and in particular, video production and consumption, as well as social media activities. These numbers will just keep growing as Internet speeds increase and as more and more people all over the world have access to the Internet. The emergence of cloud computing has contributed significantly to the launch of the big data era. Cloud computing allows users to access highly scalable computing and storage resources through the Internet. By using cloud computing, companies can use server capacity as needed and expand it rapidly to the large scale required to process big data sets and run complicated mathematical models. Cloud computing lowers the price to analyze big data as the resources are shared across many users who pay only for the capacity they actually use. In this video, you learned that big data creation is growing at an exponential rate. Data types include social, machine, and transactional generated data. Big data is collected in structured, unstructured, and semi-structured forms. Advances in cloud computing have contributed to the increasing potential of big data.